What's up YouTube? Tier Killer here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Zark deck profile. And this isn't going to be the boring spamming, that focuses on spamming and the extra deck or the magicians, but I rather like to build Zark for fun because to me he's a boss monster, but the fact that you can play him for fun is awesome, which is I kind of do. So I've just been messing around with builds, Performer Pals, Pendulums, and stuff. And this is a fun deck I made that just wins to my surprise. So I'm going to show you guys what it is. And it's about around 54 cards. So it surprises me that this is actually winning some duels. So I'll show you guys. First off, you got to start with the Skullcrobat Joker, because since I'm playing the Performer Pal Odd Eyes Magician mix, he's a mandatory 3, especially thanks to the new ban list that came out. Just thank you, Konami. And then playing Odd Eyes Unicorn, because I do play Wisdom Eye with Star and Time Gazer. So this guy, so the fact that Wisdom Eye works with Performer Pals, it's just great, because this guy I can just set the scale, and then Wisdom Eye pop, summon out to bring out Stargazer, and Stargazer scale stays 1 since it's an Odd Eyes monster. Same thing with Light Phoenix, but instead of for Stargazer, it's for Time Gazer. Exact same scenario. And another gain off of it for running Unicorn is that if you use Skullcrobat or as an exceed material or ditch Light Phoenix to the grave, you can, since you have a scale 0 in here, you can just Pendulum summon Unicorn, and Unicorn gain life points equal to their attack. Because this deck can kind of be stalled badly, so I have life points defense just to build up life points over time and help defend. And then for me, the main deck boss, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. To me, this guy's a mandatory at 3 just because he's one of the 3-dimensional dragons. That's originally Zark, and he's like my third favorite pendulum. Next, we have Triple Wisdom Eye, because the Performer Pals allowing me to grab Star and Time Gazer easily. And then we have Triple Stargazer, because personal preference, this guy is one of my favorite pendulums. Because thanks to him, your opponent can't activate spell cards in response to a battle with a pendulum monster. And the same thing with Time Gazer, but instead of spell cards, it's with trap cards involving a pendulum monster. So can you imagine summoning out Zark while Time and Stargazer are in the pendulum zones? When he attacks, your opponent cannot activate spells or traps in response to Zark's battle. So to me, that's just awesome. And then to me, this guy is the main core of the deck, Supreme King Darkworm, because this guy, every time I don't open him or get away into him, I always lose my duels. This guy turbos through the deck like heck, because he grabs the gates, which are Sacred Sword targets and Allure Darkness targets. And the fact that the gates are level 7 really doesn't help, because Time and Stargazer and just Unicorn alone can summon them, and as soon as you get 1 or 2 of the gates, you can just start turboing out Zark. And then, speaking of the gates, we have 3 Supreme King Gate 0, which I have to say is my favorite one, because he summons the Fusion and Synchro Dragons. And he has his Pendulum effect is what makes him worth it, because while he's in your Pendulum zone and you have a Supreme King Gate Infinity in your other zone, you can pop both cards and then add a Fusion or Polymerization spell card from deck to hand. And it's not really hard to get these guys into the zones, because Infinity and 0 do the same thing. When you can target another card you control, pop it, but for 0, you can special summon a Fusion or Synchro Dragon type from your extra deck, and Infinity lets you special summon an Exceed or Pendulum Dragon from your extra deck. The fact that these are scale 0 and scale 13 kind of make the deck a little helpful, and that's what kind of helps. Although the sad part is, even though it's a scale 13, Infinity can't summon Zark, which is, in my opinion, kind of stupid, because what's the point of making him a pendulum monster then? Then I really don't want to, but I run the Predator Plant engine, because I don't always get Infinity and 0, so I have to find a way to get those fusion spell cards. And plus when you get Scorpio, you can Scorpio ditch Darkworm and then summon out Darling Tonia Cobra, and Cobra add a polymerization. Polymerization fusion to Starving Venom. Activate Skyrist pop Venom, so search and odd eyes, and then just summon out Darkworm from the grave. So ditching Darkworm is really helpful in the deck. So next we have, like I said, Darkworm's the main core of the deck. So I play triple Dragon Shrine to get him into the grave easier. And if I don't have any in deck, I just send the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragons, because then they're just fodder for Miracle Synchro Fusion. And then I play triple Pendulum Call because, again, you can just ditch Darkworm and then add Star Time Gazer. And again, they're a lore target, so that makes it easy. Then I play triple Duelist Alliance because the fact that this can search Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Pendulum Call, and Pendulum Fusion is great. Then I play triple Allure Darkness because, like, 80% of my monsters are all dark, so yeah. Then I play double Sky Iris because to just protect the skills. Magicians perform upon Odd Eyes skills, and then just pop a card to add an Odd Eyes cards, and you have like 7 targets in here, so that's good. Then I play triple Twin Twister because you can always ditch the extra Pendulum Call or Dragon Shrine. Play double Miracle Synchro Fusion because sadly this is the easiest and only way to bring out Zark right now until a week from now. Play one Ultra Polymerization because even though I could just play normal Polymerization, I'd rather play this because it's funny. It makes my opponent say why. One Pendulum Fusion because in case you have an Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon or a Stargazer in hand, you can activate this and just fusion summon Rune Ice, and it still gives us triple attacks. And then play one Terraform for the Sky Resist. And that's it for the main deck. And now onto the extra deck. I play one Leviathan Dragon because with Ultra Poly, you can fuse the 2 Predaplants, summon out Starving, and then banish it, summon out the 2 Predaplants, overlay for this. And it is a dragon, so it does fill the condition for Zark under Miracle Synchro Fusion. Play double Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon because you can just get 2 level 4s out so easily. I play double Raging because even though I don't Xyz summon this guy, I could still summon him off Supreme King Gate Infinity. And you can use Infinity to pop a scale, special this, and even though it's not properly summoned, you can when he's destroyed, you can still place him in your Pendulum Zone. So it's amazing that he's technically just a free scale, but he also meets the conditions if you need it, because he counts as a sync. Because you can count him as either the Xyz or the Pendulum monster. I'm glad he can't be counted for both, because then that'd be way too broken. I play double Clear Wing because I have no way to synchro summon in this deck, so I just use the Gate 0. I play double Starving Venom. 1 because I can actually summon him thanks to the 2 fusion spell cards in here, and you can also summon him off Infinity. But if you open Infinity and you get the Predaplants out, you can always special it, summon out the Predaplants, and then you can always fusion summon for Greedy, because this guy, I can actually summon him in here, and he's been helpful in here. And then the big bad boss of the Zac, Supreme King Zark. This guy, he is freaking amazing. That's all I have to say. But the only downside that I don't like about him is that when he dies, you can place him in your Pendulum Zone, but I just hate how he doesn't even protect himself while in the zone. I mean, because even if you activate him, your opponent could just activate Mystical Space Typhoon, destroy him. Then you just... Since he's a Pendulum monster, he might as well just stay in the Pendulum Zone as long as he's on the as long as he's destroyed, because you can't even Pendulum summon him. It just says it must be fusion summon, cannot be special summoned by other ways. It's kind of stupid, seeing how he has his own scale 0 and his own scale 13. You can't even Pendulum summon him. But yeah, when he's summoned, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. And even if they activate Solemn Strike or negate the effect and destroy it, it just negates that effect. It doesn't negate the whole effect, and and he still is not destroyed afterwards. And when he destroys him, and what I like about him is that even though his effect says if he destroys a monster by battle, luckily he's not one of those monsters that says if you destroy by battle and send it to the grave. That's the good part. And his last effect is if he's destroyed, place him in your pendulum zone. I just kind of wish if he was destroyed, you can destroy one card in your pendulum zone and place him in it, because you're obviously gonna have scale 0 and scale 13 in there. So because while you have 0 and Zark on the field, you take no damage whatsoever. Well, that was my fun deck profile of Zark, guys. Tell me what you think about it. I mean, I know it's not highly tournament worthy, but it is a fun deck that I like to play with. And I've been messing around with it, and it's fun. I'm gonna make an updated version with the graph sorcerers when they come out. So please comment what you think, and tell me can you guys think of any more improvements I can make to this deck? And thanks. And subscribe for more content. And this is Cheer Killer out.